In today's class, I'm going to take some review questions on multiple transformations. So let's go to whiteboard and copy this one. In today's class, I'm going to take. Okay, let's look at the first question. Rotate a triangle ALT if A is -5, -1. So let me copy -5 is here. Let me take my pen. Okay, -5 and -1. So -1 is downwards, so it's going to be point A. And L is -3 and -2. That falls here. And T is -3, +2. -3 is here, +2 means it's above the x-axis. So let me join these points. So this is ALT. This is the triangle. This is the triangle. So let me name them. This is point L. This one is point T. So point A is -5, -1. Point L is -3, -2. Point T is -3, 2. Okay. First, I see that it is rotated 90 degrees clockwise. 90 degrees clockwise. So we had a discussion that. Hold on. Okay. So by default, we take counterclockwise. But in this question, it is given as clockwise. So let me draw this one. My bad. That's fine. So 90 degrees clockwise. 90 degrees clockwise. This is same as 270 degrees. 270 degrees. Counterclockwise. It is 270 degrees counterclockwise. So instead of taking 90 degrees clockwise rule, I take 270 degrees counterclockwise rule. Counterclockwise rule. Well, if it is rotated through 270 degrees, xy becomes you may type it in the chat box. Xy becomes, all right, it changes here. X and y, they swap their values. I mean, X and Y, they change their places, and 270 degrees means the value of X, that is the second letter, is to be switched the sign. So here -5, -1 becomes, this one becomes, oops, I'm sorry. So this one becomes, I have to swap their values. So -1 comes here. Then negative x value goes to the next one, but don't forget to switch the sign. So it is -1, +5. Next, L, -3, -2 becomes, we have to swap their places, x and y, and the x value to be switched to negative to positive. So this one becomes 2, -3, and we have to switch the sign. Well, now you have to plot these points. So let me take the first one. First one is -1, +5. That goes here. This is my A prime. This is my A prime. Second point is -2, +3. So that goes here. This is my L prime. And next t prime is let me mark them as, okay, t prime is 2 comma 3. So 2 here and 3 here. This is t prime. Now you join them. So a prime, l prime, t prime, these are joined. Then next one is then reflect the image over x-axis. So you have to reflect this one over x-axis. So when you reflect that, so what happens is, let me choose a different color. When you reflect on x-axis, so here is the x-axis. I count the distance, like if you take point T, 1, 2, 3, and this is 3 units away. This is 3 blocks away from the reflecting surface, that is x-axis. Okay, so you count to 3 blocks, 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. So here is going to be your T prime. Oh, so this is a second transformation. So this is going to be T double prime. Next, L. 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks away from the reflecting surface, that is x-axis. So 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. And here is going to be L double prime, because it is the second one. It is the second one. Next, A. 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. So here is going to be A double prime. Now take a straight edge and join L prime, T prime, and A prime. So here, multiple transformations. Multiple transformations means first one, you have seen that the first one is 270 degrees counterclockwise rotation. So this is the first transformation, and second one is the reflection over x-axis. The next question is, name and describe the transformations. Here is the tricky part. Most of you might be thinking that this figure is, I see that it is moved to right side, then it's gone down. If any of you are thinking this is not correct, this is not correct. Because you have to pay attention to the symbols given. I see that here, I see that this is A and this one is A prime, which means this is the premise. The first one is the premise, this is the premise, and this is the image. This is the image. Okay, so let me take an x-axis, because when we take x, I see that this is moving to left side and then it is moving up, right? So let's count and see this. Okay, it's completely. So let me, I personally prefer to count the number of boxes, like this is 1 box, 2 box, second box, sorry, third box, fourth box. So it moved to left side. So on x-axis, moving to left side means then I have to take a negative sign, therefore x minus 4. And it moving up, let me use a different color. So 1 block, second block, third block, fourth block, and then fifth block. Therefore, y moved up. Up means it is positive, therefore y plus 5. This is my translation done. And next, here I see that the size is changed. So this one must be, my apologies, the first one is translation, because it is sliding the figure. And the second one is, that is B, is I see that the size is changed. It is dilated. So it is dilation. So what is the scale factor? What is the scale factor? I remember this way as SIP. SIP stands for the SIP. I'll write it again. Image over pre-image. So how to memorize this formula means I remember this way. The first letter, which is S, and first letter I, first letter P, so SIP. So scale factor equals to image over pre-image. Now what is the length of image means? Don't take these diagonal lines, these kind of slanting lines. I personally prefer either horizontal line or vertical line. And please remember that this is the small one is the pre-image because I see H and here H prime. Therefore, the small image, the small figure is the pre-image. So how many blocks are there? 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. So pre-image is 3 and image means the final product. Let me use a different color. 1 block, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So image is 9 blocks. So 9 over 3, that gives you 3. So this number indicates that the actual figure is dilated or it is expanded 3 times. It is enlarged by 3 times. So this scale factor indicates that the given figure is enlarged 3 times. Now coming to C, this is A and this one is, I see A prime is here. Okay. Now think of it. This one is rotated. This one is rotated. So if it is rotated through, then how to measure it? Is it 90 degrees or 180 degrees? 90 degrees or 180 degrees. So how to find the angle? Pause for a while and think of it. If I were you, my thought process goes this way. Like, let me assume there's a clock. In the clock, the hands, like my first, the position of A is this way, and next one is, it is horizontal. A prime is horizontal. So here is A, and here is A prime horizontal. So this one is counterclockwise. You see that it is 1/4, which means 90 degrees, right? Therefore, it is rotated by 90 degrees counterclockwise. 90 degrees counterclockwise. Look at the position of A and A prime. Based on that, we can say that it is rotated through 90 degrees counterclockwise. Next, the next question is coming to part D. Part D is here, E prime is here. Therefore, I can say that the left picture or this one is the pre-image. And I see that it is flipped. So flip means you know that it is nothing but it is reflected. So how is this reflected? Is it reflected in x-axis or y-axis? Means I personally prefer to identify the midpoint exactly halfway. So between F and F prime, I say that this is a midpoint. Between E and E prime, this is the midpoint. Seems to be. Therefore, let me use a straight edge. So this one is the reflecting line. This is the reflecting line. Okay. So if this one is the reflecting line, reflected, then what is the condition? Here, I see that let's do one thing. Let's make a table of values. So what's the value of X? What's the value of Y? And 0, 0, you can see that it's 0.00. And this one is X value is -1 and y value is +1. Okay, and if I take the next one, x value is -2 and y value is +2. So based on this, I see that these two are same values. So can I take that y equals to x? It's almost right, but it is not the correct one. I see that here negative sign, right? Therefore, y equals to -x. So this is reflected over y equals to -x. Now, the next question is, what kind of transformations has taken place? There are two things I see. One is there is a flip. There is a flip. So one is reflection, and the second thing is and also it's moved down. It's moved down a little, right? Therefore, sliding means it is translation. It is translation. So let's take this way. I would say that this one is flipped. So this is a combination. There is a sequence of transformations. You can see that. Let's say that this one is flipped. So when this one is flipped, you'll get. Let me mark this one here. So this is going to be T prime. Then R prime is 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. Then 1, 2, 3, and here is going to be R prime, and this is T prime, and then S is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So sometimes they may overlap. So let me use straight edge. So here is the triangle after reflection. Then further, if this one is sliding down, you can check the number of blocks. So here is R prime. It is sliding down by 2 blocks. So first one is it is reflected over. I see that this is the reflecting surface. This is the reflecting surface reflected over y-axis. Second one is translated down by 2 units. The same thing can be copied as xy. Then there's no change in x, but y is down. Down means on vertical line. If it goes down, it is minus. Then moving to the next question. Okay, the next question is, again I see that there are 3 figures. So first 1 through 2, what happened or how it transformed, and 2 to 3, how it transformed. This is what you have to identify. So from 1 to 2, clearly I can see that it is reflected. And where is the line of reflection means? You can see the dotted line, and already it is mentioned that y equals to x. Therefore, reflected over y equals to x. So this is the first transformation. And second one, if you see, then it is sliding by 1 block, and then it's going up. Do you see that? So this is sliding. Just let me take my, okay, you can see that it moved, then it's going up, right? So what you have to do is you have to check the number of blocks. The number of blocks. So I can say that this is translated. So how is it translated means I see that it moved to right side by 1 block. Therefore, xy, this one becomes moved by 1 block. Therefore, x plus 1, and moved up by 1 block. 2 blocks, 3 blocks. Therefore, I say that 3 blocks up means on y-axis 3. Then let's go to the next question. Translate the triangle 2 units right and then 4 units up. So you can choose any one point, then you can start working on it 2 units right, 1 block, 2 blocks at the end of second block, then 4 units up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So your point A prime is here. And next, and he's asking to write what are the values of A prime. I see that it is 4, 1. I'm sure you can identify the points. Now coming to point C, you can do another way also. For example, let's take that point A is 2, -3. It is 2, -3. And point B is, I see that it's the left side. So this is going to be -6 and -6, then -7. -6, -7. Point C is it's -8, -3. -8, -3. So 2 units right means it is a +2. So what you have to do is for all the x values, 2 units right means right side means you add 2, and next 4 units up. So on y-axis, 4 units up means then I have to take positive. So on y-axis, what I have to do is 4 units up means +4 for all the y values. I have to add 4. Okay, then your A prime will be 2 plus 2 is 4 and -3 +4, that gives you 1. Actually the same thing you got here. Either you can count the number of blocks or else you can do these kind of calculations. When it comes to B prime, -6 plus 2, that gives me -4, -7 +4, that gives me -3. Now C prime is -8 +2, that gives me -6, -3 +4, that gives me 1. So these are the coordinates of A prime, B prime, and C prime. Okay, let's go to the next question. What is the slope of a line that is parallel to the represented by x plus 2y equals to 3? Friends, this one is not in the slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form means we have to isolate y. So let me copy this one. X plus 2y equals to 3, and we have to isolate y. That means we have to eliminate x from the left side. Okay, so really quick, if I cancel out 2y equals to, please make it as a habit to write x value first. Then how to eliminate 2 means by division. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Y equals to -x plus 3. Separate the denominator. And again, I personally prefer if there is no number associated with any variable, I take it 1. That makes sense. So what is the slope means? This is in the form of y equals to mx plus b. Okay, so all of you know that slope is m. Therefore, here slope m equals to -1/2. Please do not include x. So this is the slope. Now the question is parallel. So if two lines are parallel, please remember for parallel lines, if two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Slopes are equal. So equal slopes means I go with option 3. Next question is almost similar to the previous question just now I discussed. So let me take my blue pen. This is again not in the slope intercept form. So let me rewrite this one in slope intercept form. So first of all, we have to isolate y value. So let me take negative 2x on both the sides. So 2x and 2x gets cancelled. 4y equals to, please write x value first. Then how to eliminate 4, how to detach 4 from y means the opposite is that is a division. So division by 4 on both the sides. Don't forget to separate the denominator like 2x over 4 and 12 over 4. And after the simplification, 2 over 4 means you can type it on the calculator, you'll end up with negative half plus 12 over 4, that gives us 3. Now, this is again in the form of y equals to mx plus b, and I hope you remember that here b represents the y-intercept, m represents, and this one represents the slope, Therefore, slope equals to negative half. Slope equals to negative half. Friends, when it is perpendicular, if you are looking for an equation which is perpendicular to the given one, what you have to do is you have to take the negative reciprocal. Negative reciprocal means you have to make this one upside down, which is 2 over 1, negative 2 over 1. But you have to take the negative reciprocal means you have to switch the sign. Therefore, negative 2 over 1 changes to positive 2 over 1. Therefore, negative half, again I'm repeating, you have to take upside down or take the reciprocal. Negative 1 over 2 becomes as 2 over 1, and again you have to switch the sign, then positive 2 over 1. Therefore, the new equation slope should be this one, that is 2 over 1 or 2. That's the answer. Okay, let's quickly jump to the next question. What is an equation of the line that passes through negative 2, 5 and perpendicular? Friends, parallel is easy, the same slope, but when it comes to perpendicular, I have to be careful. So the given equation is y equals to half x plus 5, then here you know that y equals to mx plus b, then what the slope is, so slope equals to 1 over 2, and the new equation slope, let me use a different color. The new equation slope, oh, I need some more working space, so just like, oops, my bad. So let me move this one a little here. Okay. So the new equation slope should be, remember, we have to take the reciprocal. So 1 over 2 changes to 2 over 1, and we have to switch the sign. To negative. Therefore, this is the new equation slope. Therefore, negative 2. So when I write the equation, look at the first option. If I take option 1, y equals to 2x plus 1, friends, don't forget that always you have to write in the form of y equals to mx plus b, and we know that this is the slope. right? I know that my slope should be negative 2. I don't see negative 2 in the first one, so I'm dropping this option. Now let's take all the four options. Y equals to negative 2x plus 1. Option 3 is y equals to 2x plus 9. Option 4 is y equals to negative 2x minus 9. Well, we know that the slope should be negative 2. Therefore, I can drop 3 also because it is positive slope. So it could be either second one or fourth one. So let's plug in the values. Y equals to negative 2x plus 1. And this time, what I have to do is I have to bring this point here, and x and y values I have to plug in here. X and y values I have to plug in here. So the value of x is negative 2. The value of y equals to 5. So negative 2 times negative 2. So that gives me, you can make use of calculator, 4 plus 1. Oh, so 5 equals to 5. Therefore, this is matching after taking this point in the equation, then this is the solution. Therefore, option 2 is the answer to the given question. Okay.